Hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back, Virgos. Let's go ahead and take a look at what is hidden behind the mask. So, um, obviously, we've got some masks behind me. I was looking forward to this series just because I liked the deck. I liked the cards. So let's get into this, shall we? We have the moon. We have the Ace of Swords. What's hidden, plain and simple, behind somebody's mask is the truth. So that seems pretty obvious, but there's also the moon hides things. It keeps things obscured, but there's also a connection to the subconscious there. And then the Ace of Swords could be like true intentions, or it could be like they've hidden the real reason that they maybe cut Virgo out of their life. We have Judgment card. Now the truth is that they want our Virgo back. So that's really what's hidden behind the mask right now. Okay. By the way, we do have the Libra scales on this Judgment card. So I'm going to go ahead and suggest that perhaps this Virgo is dealing maybe with a Scorpio, but maybe with a Libra, just because of those Libra scales. Also could be a Pisces, could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Page of Cups. What's hidden is they wish that they could say sorry. Why is it being hidden, though? Why don't they just come out and say it? What's the reason for hiding this behind the mask? Six of Pentacles, because they want to hear that Virgo wants them back too. And it might just be so scary for them. What if Virgo doesn't? I would need to know that Virgo wants me. So somebody pines for Virgo and they're hiding that. They don't want to show that. Is this somebody that Virgo deals with, or is this somebody that is far away? Emperor. I don't know if it's somebody that Virgo has in their day-to-day life. The Emperor can tend to be remote. So I'm going to say that this is possibly a divine masculine, possibly somebody who really, like, they may be well respected in their environment. They may have, friends and people that look up to them. They could have a high level of responsibility in their life, in their world, whatever it is that they do for a living. But they definitely come across as somebody who has a very powerful facade. It is not typical, though, that an emperor would, not be able to, like, humble themselves and reach out. So let's take a look at why that would be. Why is it, if you're an emperor, why is it that you're not able to tell Virgo how you actually feel? Nine of Swords sideways. They're just, okay. Even a great emperor is fallible to human emotions. They're so stressed out when it comes to Virgo, and they are wearing this mask, acting like nothing bugs me. Nothing gets under my skin. Nothing rattles me, but Virgo does. The idea of how much they would like to resurrect a connection with Virgo. But they're so stressed. What part of reconnecting with Virgo stresses you, or asking Virgo for a second chance stresses you? Nine of Wands sideways. They're afraid of getting hurt, which is very interesting, but they might also be saying, I don't know if Virgo still carries wounds as well. They can be shared energy. Okay, but you said you wanted to say sorry to Virgo. What is it that's preventing you from saying that you're sorry? And I mean, I also want to know what they feel like they should say sorry about. We have a Ten of Swords in the reverse. We have the Page of Swords upright. I'm wondering if over time they've come to see whatever happened between themselves and Virgo in a very different way, and they realize everything ended in a horrible manner, and it left pain. I don't know if they've spied on Virgo and recognized, like, this was terrible. I feel like things ended abruptly. Things ended fiercely, even. The Sun, boy, they've got clarity on that. I don't know. At one point, did you like act like, oh, it's fine, it doesn't matter, I could care less if things end badly with me and Virgo? Yeah. I almost feel like they look, all of this is what's hidden, right? This whole entire story is what's been hidden. This is us peeling away the layers of the onion to try to get to the center. And I feel like this person, they may not have been an emperor once upon a time, because it looks like they even acted like jovial. They kind of like celebrated the end of, the relationship with Virgo. Didn't matter at all. And inside, how are you really feeling? I mean, now that was very foolish, but the Lovers. Virgo was like the love of their life. Virgo is the person they most wanted. Why did you act like you were actually happy when things ended, especially badly? I'm wondering if they, Two of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. This Nine of Cups looks more like the Devil card, honestly. I was going to say, I wonder if they were, feeling too many feels, and they basically decided to say, I'm going to actually like laugh and be like, oh my gosh, look at this. Everything's over. You know what? And that's just fine. And they like chuckled and acted like they were actually happy something was over. They were free of Virgo or something. But with this juggling, they kept asking themselves, I mean, this is what I wanted, right? But I almost feel like this is like somebody who starts to kind of laugh, and then it turns to maniacal laughter. And then pretty soon they're like having a meltdown and crying. Maybe this person was like, I mean, I wanted this, right? I wanted this, whatever conflict or something that I had with Virgo. I'm glad that it's over, right? I mean, that's the way this was supposed to go. Like, this is great, right? I'm free and I'm single again. And, I'm not with Virgo anymore. And then why is it that I'm torn between I want to cry while I'm standing here trying to laugh? It's very much like, that song, Take a Good Look at My Face. You'll see my smile looks out of place. If you look closer, it's easy to trace the tracks of my tears. Is it Smokey Robinson? There's also something about the Tears of a Clown. I can't think of what that other song is. I almost think I feel like this person has tremendous amounts of emotion when it comes to Virgo, but they have when they have these emotional surges, especially when something ended badly in the past with Virgo, they acted like that was just terrific, the best thing ever. And I think it was like them having a meltdown on the inside and overcompensating externally. Definitely they've put their mask in place. They definitely. Why did things end so badly? We've got Queen of Pentacles. There's our Virgo. And we have Four of Wands sideways. It may have been that Virgo offered their heart and soul to this person, and this person was like, meh, I don't know. This is about long-term relationship. Or maybe Virgo said plain and simple, I wanted to give you my whole heart, but it doesn't seem like you're on the same page. What I want is look, we have one person who took off the mask. That's all I can say is one person has no mask and the other one does. I don't know if Virgo called this person out and said, I can't really figure out who you are. You're not showing me the real you. And so I don't know how we're supposed to be in a Four of Wands. I don't see us being able to be happily ever aftering and married. I don't see that happening for us. King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. I keep wondering, because I'm asking, why did things end so terribly? I don't know if they had a supreme jealousy and thought, oh, Virgo's found somebody else. That is not what this says happened. But this feels like, why is there this other new person here? It's that, or it's Virgo said, this is what you would need to give me. Are you prepared to do that? I want to be with a King of Wands. I want to be with somebody who, is invested with me. Hang on. I'm still trying to figure out Five of Cups. I think this made them feel very, very, very sad. Oh, Virgo wants someone other than me. I'm thinking what Virgo was saying is, I want to be with you, and this is what I want from you. I want you to be my Ten of Pentacles. I want you to be my King of Wands. But instead they interpreted it as Virgo wants to be with some King of Wands. Seven of Swords. Okay, this person told themselves a whopper of a lie on purpose. They decided to take an insult where there was none. Why did you do that? You knew what Virgo was saying, but instead you decided to twist it into Virgo tried to hurt me. And Virgo didn't. Five of Pentacles, the Magician. I don't know if this person decided to twist Virgo's words. And again, this is all stuff they've hidden even from themselves right now. We had that moon in the beginning, so we know there's a lot of hidden stuff, right? It's like they wanted to be wronged. They wanted to say, see, I was left out in the cold. Now what, though? now I'll go manifest what being super awesome. So then Virgo will wish that they had stayed with me, or what? Where they wanted to teach Virgo a lesson, or we've got that Knight of Cups. I have no idea. This is a very strange behavior. Can I get to the bottom of this, please? The World. Okay. I do think on one hand, this person knew what Virgo was saying. I wanted to be with somebody who's loving and giving. And if you don't want to do that with me, if you won't open up to me, if I can't meet the real you, I think this person hid a lot of stuff from Virgo. Virgo keeps saying, I didn't get to know the real them. I wanted to, but they kept wearing a mask all the damn time. I want to be with somebody that I know who they are, with that King of Wands and Ten of Pentacles. I want somebody that I don't have to doubt that they're on my side and that we know each other really, really well. And then they took this as, see, Virgo hurt me, just like I knew they would, when they knew that that wasn't true. They knew what Virgo was asking for, but it's as if they, I don't know if that fed into a storyline that, see, I always knew I'd always be left. That always happens. I'm thinking this person has some deep-seated wounds that they like create self-fulfilling prophecies. You know, I'm going to be left. Somebody's going to hurt me because that's always how this happens to me. Even though that Virgo was saying the exact reverse. I want you to open up with me. I want you to be with me. And they insisted on twisting those words, lying to themselves about what Virgo had just said when they knew damn well what Virgo had said. But they wanted to fill in this narrative that, see, I'm always the one that's not chosen. But you know what? I'm going to prove to Virgo, I'm going to manifest being this amazing person. Maybe they even told themselves someday I'll show Virgo like this whole other side of me, and I'll be, worthy of loving. It's like they set up this giant hurdle that they had to get over, when all Virgo said is, I just want to know you and know that you want to be with me. And then they said, see, Virgo said they're leaving me. Now I have to go out and, go prove myself, and I have to make myself into something wonderful. And then one fine day, a long time from now, I'll come back into Virgo's world as a whole different person. That seems crazy. And I'm so sorry, but this is the story that we've got. This is all underneath these layers and layers and layers of what they hid from themselves. It's almost like somebody who plays out giant dramas when there didn't need to be one. And at this point, although they desperately want Virgo back, right? And they want to say that they're sorry to Virgo. It's like this person has lied at every turn. They've lied about the fact that they were happy. They knew things were going to end with Virgo. That's totally fine, when in fact they were like melting down inside. They also lied about the fact that Virgo supposedly broke it off with them. No, Virgo didn't. Virgo said, I wanted you to lean toward me. They decided that was, see, Virgo wants me to be somebody that I'm not. All these layers of lies. And there was a lot of them here. Are you going to be able to take off the mask? Six of Wands and the Devil. They may feel like wearing the mask is what they do to make everybody else on earth think that they're very successful. And that it's maybe this person has a really hard time like admitting their fears. Maybe they have a really hard time saying, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened, that this person was made to feel like they had to be perfection, that they had to be, like absolutely fabulous, that they could not have any meltdowns, even though they melt down inside, but they don't show the world that face. When I say, are you ever going to take off the mask? And it's like, that's the thing I'm most afraid of. And if I'm with Virgo, I'm going to have to really show Virgo my soft, underbelly, my King of Wands. That's what Virgo expects of me, and they won't accept anything less. I have to give Virgo access to my whole heart and maybe everything about what my life has been, which means I won't have my mask on if I'm with Virgo. And as much as I want to be with Virgo, I would have to be stripped bare. This is like Dumbo's magic feather. As long as I have my mask, then I'm I can fly. But if I let Virgo in, if one person sees the real me, has real access to my heart, even the irony here is Virgo already is in their heart, right? But if I really let Virgo in that deep, Virgo will be the one person who is like the, my Achilles heel or the chink in my armor. Temperance and Ten of Cups, what's so crazy is they are battling this in themselves like crazy. I want one person on earth to know the real me. I want to be able to be comfortable with somebody who knows the real me, who sees my frailties, my perceived frailties, who also I actually feel like I can tell my life story to, and I feel like they love me anyway. Virgo said that they wanted to love me, the real me, not, I feel like this person like blusters a lot. And I think Virgo's like, I don't need this version of you that you show to the rest of the world. I need you to love me and just give me your heart. They want to do this. This is such a battle inside of themselves. They know it would be so much more peaceful to be able to have one person that they wear no mask with, to be able to cry in front of one person, to be able to let one person know their vulnerabilities instead of having to, you know, I don't want to say like, like I'm like puffing out my chest and like, swaggering around. That's not who they have to be with Virgo. Virgo just loves them. They're battling this every day. Could I actually do this? Could I actually take off a mask with Virgo? Eight of Cups sideways. They are literally on the cusp of coming back to Virgo. And then they're also saying, I don't know if I could. If they come back into Virgo, they will likely still have a mask on when they arrive. Virgo's going to have to be astute enough to realize I'm coming in because I want you to ask me to take my mask off again. High Priestess sideways. Boy, I think Virgo will know in an instant. If this person ever shows back up in Virgo's world, Virgo will immediately be like, hang on, come on in here. Let's go into a safe space. And this is where we take off masks. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm not talking to you unless I see the real you this time. Are you, I've always been a safe space. So are you ready to take off your mask with me? It almost feels like Virgo right out of the gate is going to sense and going to meet this person with completely, every time we see this Virgo, we keep seeing somebody that has no mask on. This is what they are desperately hungry for, but they have to have the invitation given to them one more time. In this story, look, Virgo doesn't have to do anything, but in this story, this is the one thing, like if they come forward, it is because they're hoping Virgo will say, once again, very plain, like, are you here to give me what I asked for before, which is the real you? Are we ready to meet the real version of one another? Are we there yet? Three of Cups sideways. Everything still says this is touch and go. This could go either way. It depends on their actions. It depends on Virgo's actions. But there is tremendous potential. Universe, do we have one last card about how this could tip the scales one direction or the other? Another sideways card. Magician sideways. Look, this is very much a them thing. Whatever they're going to do, it is up to them with that Magician. But I will say, Virgo does have a role in this also. Everybody creates the life that they're going to live. So if Virgo wants to welcome this in, Virgo might simply set their energy for like, here's what it is, universe. Whatever's in my greatest and highest good, I allow that toward me. If it's them coming in for greatest and highest good, I will, receive them, but I'll receive them with the same intention that I had before. It's got to be real or it's no deal. I just think both characters are in a place where they have to want this. And when it gets to that point, then yes, this will work. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.